We are held to talk about cyberbullying, an important issue that affects lots of people. In today's session, we will be covering four key topics presented by four of our speakers. First, Elif Zeren Bayrak will start with what is cyberbullying. Then, Gaye Gülteran will talk about rates of cyberbullying that depending on social media apps. After that, Ece İlki Acemi will guide us through what to do when faced with cyberbullying and how to deal with it. And finally, Yağmur Eraslan will talk about what can we do as communities in order to stop and prevent cyberbullying. Let's begin with Elif Zeren and learn what cyberbullying really is.
Thank you, Zainab, and hi everyone, and thank you all for being here. Today, I want to talk about something affects millions of people around the world, but often goes unseen, cyberbullying. It's not just mean messages or jokes online. It can deeply impact someone's mental health, relationships, and even their safety. Let's take a closer look. We can skip this one. Okay, so I want to start with the definition. We can say that cyberbullying is when someone uses technology like phones, social media, online games, apps, and messaging platforms, forums, and stuff like that to deliberately hurt or harass others. What makes it especially harmful is that it can happen anywhere, anytime, and often anonymously. The damage isn't just digital, it can be emotional, social, and long lasting. We can skip this one too. Thank you. Okay, so let's break it down. On social media, cyberbullying can look like insulting comments and like in mean comments, and we will later on cover what is like in mean comments and is in different apps and stuff. And defamation, spreading malicious rumors or falsehoods to tarnish reputations of the others. And impersonation, which is a very common one than you think, creating fake accounts to mock someone's identity and personality. And if you want to prevent cyberbullying, you can report your bully's account, and if you don't know how to report them, you can get help with other people from other people. And if you can't, I recommend you to not share too much about your personal data and information in social media. We can skip this one. Okay, moreover, doxing is another one, which is maliciously publishing private information to indicate harassment. And it happened in Turkey last year with a Turkish governmental website being leaked by a hacker group, which was named like an panel stuff. They were active in Discord, and they blackmailed people from with their like loved ones' informations, their own informations, and forced them to do things that they didn't want to do, and it affected all of them very badly in psychological manner. And trolling is another one. It is deliberately provoking emotional distress through inflammatory remarks, and it often goes unseen, but it is a real cyberbullying too. It's not just some jokes. If someone is not laughing, or even if they do laugh, I think there should be a line that people shouldn't cross while making jokes. And exclusion is isolating individuals from online communities to inflict social alienation. And we can skip to the other one. Thank you. We can take the matter of online games in here. I could say especially Roblox, which is a very popular one, and we could see from online games like Roblox and stuff, which especially has chats, people from chat like voice chats, and normal writing chats, um, can say things to someone that could be irritating them, and also teaming up against that players intentionally targeting it or bullying someone and making game unfair for someone is very common. And to not affect your online game experience or the others online game experience, I recommend reporting them directly or blocking them so that the moderation can know about this and ban them from the game so that the community will be safer. If you don't do so, and then people like this would like feel like they don't have consequences of their actions, so they will continue it. We can skip. Thank you. So, in the effects of them, it's not just online drama and quote unquote. Victims often experience anxiety, depression, and even when it goes far beyond suicidal thoughts because of cyberbullying. It can lead to social withdrawal, difficulty focusing at schools, and loss of self-worth. Imagine waking up and dreading what's waiting on your messages. That's the reality of many of people and teens today. We can skip this one too. Thank you. And I wanted to give example of like fiction and literature in here. I have two books that I want to mention. The first one is The Ender's Game. In this one, the protagonist is facing psychological bullying actions in very competitive digital training environments. And in this novel, because of this, there is a concept that is becoming like systematically, which is digital dehumanization. With the anonymity that people got, they bully people and make life more difficult for the others because they feel safer while doing it as anonymous people. And this amplifies cruelty in other ways. I have a quote here, which is, "In the moment when I truly understand my enemy, I destroy him." We can see from here and from this quote that Anders' internalized trauma mirrors his what he experienced with his cyberbullying past. Like when he was bullied, he has like a new and different form right now, and we can see that he reflects what he faced, and now he is kind of continuing this cycle of violence. And the second book that I want to mention is an also dystopic novel, which is Neuromancer, and you could know this by the movie Trinity, the Matrix series. And this is the this book has a dystopian cyberspace, which has explores the themes of hacking data, sabotaging people, blackmailing people, threatening people, and stuff with their personal information to get things that people want to have done. And the relevance of this book with the cyberbullying is that in here we could see that this cyberbullying happening in this book is a form of invasion of personal places where digital attacks feel like physical ones is the same one. Like your information is as much important as your physical well-being, and it affects your mental well-being because it threatens you. And I also have another quote, but it's not from the Neuromancer. It's from another book of the writer, which is very famous, and the quote is very famous too. It is, "The street finds its own uses for things." We could say this for the internet, because the internet finds its own uses for the things. If you left internet unauthorized, unsupervised, people, and again, as much as technology helps us build communities and the people places that people can hang out and have fun and play games and share things, but as much as it can uplift our social life, it can also be weaponized, I guess, against people's well-beings if it is not authorized directly or very strictly or in a good manner. Okay, we can skip this one too. And thank you all for listening to me, because this is the end of my slideshow.
Thank you, Elif. And as for my part, I want you to guess in which app do you think cyberbullying happens the most? Any volunteers?
I would say Discord.
Not on the list. Not in top six.
TikTok,
It's also not in top six.
X,
It's in
Snapchat,
top six. What did you say?
Snapchat.
It's in top three. I guess we can pass to the next slide. Okay. It's not surprising that Instagram is the app that the cyberbullying happens the most, but there are a few things that surprise me. First one is X being the sixth app that the cyberbullying happens the most, because as you know, X is an app which you can share your opinions or statements freely. And when, let's say, someone made a statement in X that might offend a group of people or specific people, we usually debate whether the person that made the statement is using their freedom of the speech or right of freedom of speech, or just making a hate speech, which is a form of cyberbullying. And also the person might be trying to justify their statement, but in the name of freedom of speech. Well, in reality, the statement is actually really offensive. So it's really complicated where to draw the line. And the other thing that surprised me is that Facebook is in the second place. As you know, the cyberbullying mostly happens between among teenagers, and Facebook is not the top choice for teenagers. Like mostly elder people use Facebook, so it's surprising to see it in the second place. We can pass the next slide. So let's take a look at the app's policies to prevent cyberbullying. Which being the app that the cyberbullying happens the most, Instagram also takes the most action when it comes to prevent cyberbullying. Like it has some community guidelines, and if you see something that violates Instagram's community guidelines, you can report the person or report the thing. And when someone tries to post a potentially offensive comment, Instagram shows a warning reminding them of Instagram's community guidelines and letting the person know that the Instagram may remove or hide their comment if they proceed. And if you face cyberbullying in Instagram, you can limit interaction with the person that cyberbullies you, or block the person or restrict them without sending any notification. And you can also choose whether you want everyone or only people you know or no one to be able to tag or mention you in a comment, caption, or story. We can pass the next slide. Next one is Facebook's policies. Facebook has some community guidelines, and they are mainly concerned about the posts that include nudity and sexuality. But aside from that, I haven't seen Facebook taking that much of action. We can pass the next slide. The next slide. Yeah, thanks. And finally, Snapchat. Snapchat also have some community guidelines, but I think they are lacking when it comes to the policies to prevent cyberbullying. They can improve and make some new policies. I think it is something that they should work on. And thank you for listening. This was all my part.
And now I'll be talking about what will individuals can do when they face cyberbullying. First of all, don't respond emotionally, especially with anger, because it can make the situation worse. So try to be calm in these situations. And also, you can save the evidence as a second move. You can always take the screenshots or save the messages or emails or post anything, maybe videos, to have some proof with you. You can skip the slide. Yeah, one more. Yeah. So, as dealing with it, you can block or mute the bully so they can't contact you and you can't contact them as well. And you can always report the behaviors they done. Many platforms has these kind of tools, for example, Instagram. You can always report the harassments or abusive contents, and many companies take these reports so seriously. And also, you can speak to a parent, teacher, school counselor, or basically a trusted adult or a friend. nobody has to go through this alone by themselves. And also, I didn't add to this part, but I have some recommendations about it. You can always try to like stay away from social media for like weeks. It will really help. It will be really helpful to you. And that was my part. Thank you for listening to me. And I'm giving the microphone to Yağmur. Yeah.
Thank you, Ece. So I'm going to be talking about what can we do as communities like schools and volunteer-based communities in order to stop and prevent cyberbullying. First of all, we can organize some workshops and seminars about dangers of cyberbullying, how to recognize it, and how to respond to inform people about cyberbullying. Then we can integrate lessons to our school's curriculum about respectful online behavior, empathy, and responsible technology use. Then we can organize some activities in which students will create some poster videos and theaters like we are doing right now, like the e-turning project, in order to raise awareness on cyberbullying. We can pass. We can establish anonymous reporting systems for students to report cyberbullying, and we can provide access to trained counselors for victims of cyberbullying to explain themselves, share. And we can engage parents in discussions and workshops in order to recognize the signs of cyberbullying before it will be late to do something. And that was all. Thank you.
Thank you all for your attention, for being a part of this important discussion. We hope today's session leaves a lasting impact on how we think and how we think about and respond to cyberbullying. Thanks again.